Begin in Gabon, where voters have begun casting their ballots in the first presidential election since the 2023 coup. Around 920,000 voters are eligible to cast their ballots, with polling stations closing at 6 p.m. local time. Incumbent leader Brice Oligui Nguema campaigned for a 7-year term against 7 rivals, including Ale Claude Billy Bainze, who served as prime minister under Ali Bongo before the coup. Nguema had initially promised a return to civilian leadership, but later declared himself transitional leader and announced his candidacy. The country of 2.3 million people is casting ballots at a time of high unemployment, regular power and water shortages, a lack of infrastructure and heavy government debt. The final results are expected on Monday. We'll be now joined by Thibault Otungu, a journalist with the Gabon 24 news channel based in Libreville. Thibault, so what are your expectations of the vote today?
Okay, thank you, Beatrice. It's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me on your channel. Yeah, definitely people are currently casting their ballot, and there is a huge enthusiasm that we can observe ever since the past elections, because people had lost their trust in these elections, but because for them, nothing can ever change. But since the coup in 2023, now there is this enthusiasm back in the hearts of the people. So since this morning, people are flocking to cast their ballots. And there is a lot of expectations within these elections, because people have expressed their needs to the current to the current transitional president, and to the other that are coming down to also hope to be voted president into the office. So there are huge expectations from the people, because there are issues dealing with water, electricity, which has been the main key issue for this. Since a few weeks, because we've been going through shortages, blackouts, and people are fed up with that, and they are telling the new president, the future president, to look into this issue of electricity. And then also unemployment is one of the key issues, because there are a lot of young people coming out of school but not finding jobs, and they hope the next president will be able to create jobs, build infrastructures, and housing also is another key issue in Gabon, because every young Gabonese leaving school, finding a first job, has to think of renting. And the cost of renting in Gabon is very, very high. Mm-hmm. So they expect the future president to build houses at low cost for the young people to be able actually to have an accommodation.
Right. So Thibault, so what are some of the key issues that have defined how does the new president deal with them?
Yeah, as I was saying, one of the key issues is unemployment to be dealt with. And as I was saying, the future president would have to actually bring investors into the country, reducing barriers that hinder the implementation of companies, the setting up of companies in Gabon. And by so doing, people can now find jobs, because it's all about jobs. It's all about employment. This is one of the key issues. And the economy also of the country has to be actually reinforced for the government to be able to invest within the country and allow young people to find jobs. Because right now, it is the army, the police, the gendarmerie, that are the job providers, but not everybody will join the military, not everybody will join the police. So they have to look at other sectors, for example, agriculture. Right. Agriculture is one of the great promising sector that can actually deal with this issue of unemployment. And a few months ago, the government was able to bring in cows from Brazil, more than 1,000 cows from Brazil, and to be able to invest into this sector, and maybe milk, creating companies that will fabricate, that will produce milk, and also farming, and fishing. Yeah, these are the sectors exactly that we are looking at too.